Hey everyone, this is Ryan B with Practical Forex Trading, and this is your weekly analysis for the pound versus the dollar. Great British Pound versus the US dollar. The date's July 19th, 2020, 9:56 a.m. here in the States on Eastern Time. Okay, so long, big picture, right? Pound dollars in the downtrend. However, short term now I'm kind of sentiment bullish to 1.30 or $1.30. Let's talk about why. I went ahead and mapped out the pivot points for this week on the chart. We can see right now is price is essentially just kind of treading the middle, right in no man's land, right at the pivot. But we've got some very bullish things going on. So bullish factor number one, price is moving above the fast daily moving average. Not only that, but it's really pushed away from this base. So if we look at this line about the $1.25 mark or 124.75, we see that for months price tried to really push through this and kept getting rejected, right? Once, twice. This time it popped through, but when it did come down, it came back to exactly that same spot, 125. Here we see again in June of 2020, price had a hard time. Now coming back through, we see popped up, and now price is moving ahead or above of the 125 mark. We also, if we look at this, let's go ahead and look at the 4-hour for our short-term uptrend. So I call it short-term because compared to a multi-year downtrend, it really is short-term, but in the sense of day trading, it might be the most important trend. It really depends on what kind of positions you're holding. So we look at this, it's a rather broad-based uptrend. So to that big drop, we had a pretty good retrace, right? At this point, it looks like we've almost retraced 100%. I'm betting that's the 78.2 Fibonacci line right there. We see our ultimate lows. Let me go ahead and reframe this. There we go. We see our ultimate lows are higher, right? We've got lower lows, or sorry, higher lows forming. And possibly a sequence of higher highs. Now, pound has a lot to prove here. It still has to pop through, but overall softness of US dollar and the way this short-term trend is forming up makes me think there's a good chance we're going to see another attempt at a new high. So it will be at least 128 and then shoot for $1.30. At this point, we'd have to see price really break through S2. So 123.85 to go even remotely bearish. But if price stabbed down here and then quickly was pushed back into this trend channel, it's still a buy, right? So really, then I'm thinking about, okay, well, my S3 is my ultimate low, ultimate turnaround. Now, if I'm day trading, of course, I'm not going to put my stop loss 200 pips away. I'll probably play with the recent, the nearby zone. But give yourself lots of room because support and resistance zone aren't finite. It's usually pretty messy business. We can see up here, this is a big mess. If you kept selling this resistance zone, you're going to lose a lot of pips, right? So just make sure you're keeping your stops tight. But I'm really bullish on this now. We see this baseline trend. Let's go ahead and put a parallel channel on. So I'm using this parallel channel tool to mimic the angle of my baseline trend. And there we go. So this, look at this. This is a 4-hour candle. This is moving perfectly along the top of this channel. And look at this. So what I'm looking at is the candlestick body action. What happened with price action in the body of the candlesticks? I'm not paying attention to the tails. Where the tails ultimately touch isn't my concern. It's the body of the candles and where they close. Okay, so we can see here that even though price all the way back in May, price spiking the zone, but a candle didn't close above it, right? So that's what I'm looking for. We can see here back in May, May 29th, that candles were sequentially closing their body above this as well as remaining on top of the fast-moving average. Now we can see price looks like it wants to cross back over in a bullish formation, so back forward, going up across the fast 20 period 4-hour moving average. Another bullish signal. And at this point, because I've got 2 lows that are higher, right? I had a low here, 124.74, which is S1. At this point, I'm like, okay, I'm feeling good about making a buy and then tucking my stop under S1 because I've already seen three sequentially higher lows, 4 if you want to go back here. And that gives me a good feeling about doing another buy just by the way everything's looking with my combined with my other bullish signals. So once again, below S3, then I'm bearish, otherwise I'm bullish. I'm looking for this week, I don't know, possibly up to R2. I don't think it'll go all the way to 130, but 130 in the near future. All right, everyone, have a great week trading. I hope you make lots of pips. Bye.